Mark Edmondson back with you live. I hope we lost the internet connection, so we are trying to get it back up. There was a penalty on that play, so we just started the third quarter. Let's make sure we're back on the air. We had to restart the feed.
It's good.
All right, we're back on. Thank you for that, Coach. It is back to the 15-yard line. Brownwood has the ball to start the second half, but it's 1st and 20. Had a hold. They had gained good yardage, but now and then another flag and 5 more yards. So the Lions, and go ahead and let Bruce know we're back on the air. He might have to get us back on KMPN. Sorry for the outage. We lost the internet. We switched over to another hotspot, so hopefully that will take care of it. We appreciate your patience. And it is another 5 yards. Let's see where it ends up being. It was outside the 15. So, again, no score or anything. They kicked off. They had a first play that got positive yards, but a hold. And now the false start puts it back at the 11-yard line. So, Bulldogs have Brownwood set way back. This is a chance to get that stop. They trail 21-14. All right, snap. Going to roll. Pressure comes. Now they throw it down the field. Unfortunately, catch not made. It wouldn't be enough for a first down, but a lot of yards pushing to the sideline. Incomplete, so now it's 2nd down and about 25. Okay, I'm sorry. Roy, you're back up here as well with us.
Yeah, I think Bruce says we're back on, so
Appreciate
we're good.
That. Thank you, Bruce.
Sorry about all that, but we are back and going. And
it seems like in Brownwood, it just always we have the connectivity issue shows full bars. But anyway, we fix what we can and then move on. Thank you for being with us. Right now, it is an important series for the Bulldogs as they have the Lions backed up 2nd and 25 inside the 10. It's going to be a Colson run. Gets away from a couple of tackles and still a lot of yards and space there. He gets up to about the 21, a gain of 10. It's bringing up 3rd down and about 12. They picked up some big 3rd downs. They'll be forced to punt here as they're at their own 21 if you can get a stop.
Well,
Go ahead.
It's such a good weapon, Mark, and Colson's able to pull the ball down and run and get those tough yards that really take the pressure off of himself throwing the ball and the running backs.
It's at the 22, 3rd and 14. Bulldogs need this stop. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Colson, he's going to throw. Pressure comes. Pass should have been, but they went after it. It's knocked down. Park, good job. He might have had a shot at an interception, but he didn't worry about that. He aggressively went after the ball, knocked it down, and there was a receiver, and it's going to force the punt. Get that. Just a great job of not taking that chance, knocking it away.
Colson probably shouldn't have thrown that. He had coverage both in front and behind, and Lather just able to knock that down.
Make
a great make a great play on that, which is what we were looking for in the first half. So good job by him.
Going to force the punt. Punter standing at their 7. Snap back and gets a short kick. Bulldogs need to get away from it. Takes a bit of a Brownwood bounce, but still going to be excellent field position. The Bulldogs will start at their own 47. It's the start you wanted. Now the defense did its job. Got some help with the penalties, but made the play. Offense has got to pick them up.
Yeah, fantastic job to start the half, and the Bulldogs made some adjustments there. Colson had a good run, and on the pass play, Mark, they had 2 receivers that were open, and he threw it to the right guy on the sideline, but just overthrew him on one of those passes on the 2nd down. So good job by the Bulldogs.
1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 47. Coronado in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. Murray in shotgun. He's going to throw. Has time. Looking deep. Has a man. It's Stanford makes the catch at the 15-yard line. There was the fake to Coronado that bought him all the time he needed, and Stanford did a great job of going up in the air.
We're coming back. Unfortunately, we're coming back. Now, that was a perfect play.
It was.
Murray had time, and the receiver, the defender, the deep safety fell down. and Murray was able to put it right on Stanford.
Illegal receiver downfield. The one thing, it took a long time, and one of the Bulldogs linemen got too far away from the line of scrimmage. It was only really about 2 yards that you have.
And that's all it takes.
Yep. And then
sure
it's
enough. And it was our
boy,
right.
they bid on that Coronado. I mean, they sold it up the middle. But unfortunately now a penalty hurting the Bulldogs. Back to the 42. Can they overcome it? It's 1st and 15 now.
Yeah, executed well. It's just the right tackle just decided to leak out just a little bit, and it cost the Bulldogs big yardage.
1st and 15. It'll be Coronado in the backfield to the left of Murray. 2 receivers to the right. Clock runs 9:57 third quarter, 21-14 Lions. Murray gets the snap. He is looking to throw. Pressure comes and hits his arm, trying to get it to Williams on the crossing pattern. Now it's 2nd. He just didn't have quite enough time, and the pressure got there. 2nd and 15 on the incompletion.
Yeah, good penetration there by the defense, and got to Murray before he could really get rid of it.
So 2nd and 15. Bulldogs need to make up that yardage. They lost the big play, but this is a drive they need. They got the stop. They go and tie it. A drive to get back in this game. Down 21-14. Coronado in a pistol formation. Snap back. They're going to hand it off to Coronado. He breaks 1 tackle. Still on his feet. He'll get the penalty yardage back to the 47. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. He got 5 yards, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, another good run. Pretty much all running back there with Coronado running tough.
Unfortunately, with that incompletion now, you've got the 3rd down. Got to try to see if they can find that, get that 10 yards. I really think as long as they get close, then they'd go for it. If you could pick even 7 or 8 up, you're at your own 47-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield with Murray.
Bulldogs changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap to Murray. As a catch is made, 1st down, but a flag inside. Williams with a nice little step over, but he gets past the 40. But let's see where this flag is. Near the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs would have had the 1st down. Now some flags coming out, hurting both sides here early in this 3rd quarter.
Sloppy play after halftime.
So it'll be back to 3rd and 15. See what the call is. Illegal formation. So instead of a 1st down, it is 3rd and 15 again. Back we go to the 42. Been at the 47, 42, 47, 42. Now you're really putting your offense in a tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Hey, really nice job though. I don't know that we had enough guys on the line of scrimmage, but Murray under pressure gets hit as he throws and finds Williams, and Williams makes a great catch and run after it.
Got to try to see if they can find a seam here. Man goes in motion, Kasner. 3rd and long, Murray. Going to hand it up on the backside, trying a little trickery there, but Lions read that. They handed like the Statue of Liberty play. It was behind the back, handed off to Ladler, and he only is able to pick up about 3 yards to the 44, and it's going to be a punt. Huge penalties there against the Bulldogs. So instead of being able to go down and tie, they're going to have to send the punting unit on.
Yeah, the Lions stopped stopped the Bulldogs on 3rd down, but the Bulldogs stopped themselves way before that.
And it is those kind of plays that seem to haunt the Bulldogs. High snap. He gets it away, though. Good job and a good kick. Line drive kick, though, is going to give him a chance to return it. And he does get space and then slides down, kind of fell down on the turf, as that was 15, I believe. Devin Eames with the return. So he gets it up to about the 33-yard line. So now the Bulldog defense, pressure back on them. Bulldogs not able to score. Had the big play come back. 21-14, 7:39 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Lather was under a little bit of a pressure situation there, but he got the punt off. Unfortunately, it was a line drive, which is always scary.
Pistol formation for the Lions. Snap back. Gonna keep. Colson keeps, then throws it out, and it's a lateral over there. And then a good job, only a couple of yards. Bulldogs stayed with it. They get it about to the 35-yard line, but only a gain of 2.
Little trickery of their own.
Yep.
But the Bulldogs able to sniff that out and get a good stop.
So 2nd down and 7. He gave it on a 36.
It was definitely a lateral. He threw that 2 yards behind where he was.
Colson in the backfield, trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 7. He looks to throw. Park comes in. He throws it up for grabs. Looks up, and Noah makes the catch. We were late getting over there again, and Noah was able to stay in bounds and get the first down. He just threw it up for grabs and said, all right, my player's going to get it, and he was able to do it at the Burnett 29-yard line.
Well, when you have a receiver like Noah, you're right. Just throw the ball up to him and let him make a play.
40-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the Burnett 29. Pistol formation for the Lions. 2 receivers to the left. Zone read, and he keeps it for a long time, but then hands it off, and I keep churning there. They're keeping pushing. That whistle should have been blown several seconds before that. They were letting them go. Then Colson got back in and started pushing the pile.
Yeah, it's hard.
25-yard line, gain of 4.
Hard to tell from in the booth when the whistle blows because we can't hear anything. But yeah, it just seemed like forever.
Matthew Rodriguez with the carry inside the 25. It's 2nd down and a long 5. Rodriguez in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Colson, he's going to throw out in the flat, and catch is made by Noah. Pushed out of bounds by Prather, but not before another first down. We are playing soft.
Noah is not just a good athlete. He knows how to run routes. He drove the defender back, planted his foot, turned around.
Get some help over there.
And the ball was right there. It's good timing
between 1st and 10.
Quarterback and receiver.
At the Burnett 14. 21-14 the lead for the Lions. They're driving. Handoff, no. Colson keeps it, but a good job of staying at home by the Bulldogs there on the outside. Pimentel, it was Pimentel. And let's see, I thought he might have lost a yard. They give him the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Boy, he holds that ball in the stomach of the back a long time, and that's what the Bulldogs got to read, and that time Pimentel did. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Bulldogs. Lions have the ball. Matthew Rodriguez, pistol formation behind Colson. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Colson gets the snap. He's going to hand it off this time. Rodriguez is hit and gets to about the 11. Going to bring up a 3rd down. They gain 3 yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and about 7. 2 on that one. Quickly to the line, trying to catch the Bulldogs. Now they slow it down. It is 3rd down and 7 from the Burnett 11. Bulldogs defense trying to force it into a 4th down here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Colson gets the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Bulldogs make a good open field tackle. They are reading that zone read better. He gets to the 9. 4th down. I think they'll send the kicking unit on here trying to get a 2-possession game.
That time Noah Billick was able to disengage from his blocker and make a great tackle.
You don't want to make a mistake here. After yes, we will. I'll get a station ID after this field goal attempt. 17-yard line. This is a 27-yard attempt, and it's an important one. Snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is on the way, and it is good. You're listening to Burnett Bulldog Football on KMPN Burnett. All right, they always had a good kicking game too, and there it comes into play. Bulldogs do stop the drive. Why is the clock running? It's 3:30, 3:29.
That's a good question.
That's you, and they're noticing that the clock's been running for.
Yeah, Coach Pierce pointing that out.
So that was a 37-yard field goal. I think that's what I said, but where it was spotted.
Couple of updates, Mark. 28-21, Stephenville still holds a 1-touchdown lead over Lampasas.
That Lampasas offense, it's good we saw it.
Yeah, they are hard to stop. And then we had a discussion at halftime about Stephenville and Tarleton and building a new stadium, and I checked with a Stephenville friend, and they are continuing to build their ISD stadium, and it will hopefully, they say, be ready for their graduation. So it's on schedule.
All right, Bulldogs trail 24-14. Seems field goals always come into play in these games.
Do. Yep, they do.
But more pressure on now the Bulldogs with 3. They've left it at 325. Like, they need to change that.
I don't know who to.
Maybe they're changing. They're looking up there, so they must be going to change it now. Yeah, because it definitely ran for. I saw it in the 330s. There.
They're running it up. Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Time is going backwards.
It is. Yes.
It's about to, isn't it? In a couple of weekends.
Is that? I don't know which weekend. I get confused. They've changed it.
It's about time.
I thought it might be this weekend.
It's getting dark about 3:00 now.
Next weekend there'll be hunters is that next weekend? First, I don't know. It'll be coming up too, hunting season, and cooler weather. So I hope. 24-14, Lions lead the Bulldogs now. The Lions to kick off. Line drive kick, going to be returned from the 7-yard line by Johnson. Trying to get to the outside, has a little room there. Bounces it near the 30-yard line. Mark it maybe at the 30, so not a bad return there. And it will be the Bulldogs. And now just 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Let's see, they give me the 30. Just less room for error. The Bulldogs have got it down 2 possessions now. They've got to cut into this lead.
They do, and we saw them move the football a while ago. You just can't shoot yourself in the foot and have these self-inflicted wounds that you can't overcome. So got to correct those on this drive.
1st and 10 from 30. Bulldogs trail by 10, 24-14. 3:30 to go. Third quarter here from Brownwood. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left. Now it's 3 to the left. Now man goes in motion. They hand it off up the middle, and I think that was Lopez, wasn't it? With the carry and had nowhere to go. No. Wait, was that 50?
No, it's Lopez.
Yeah, okay. I saw 55 couldn't. It was Lopez. One of the linemen came up, thought he had the football. That couldn't be. Peyton Lopez, no yardage, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, we've seen Peyton have some long runs, use his strength,
had that one last
a little
week.
bit of speed. Right now, he's only got 1 yard on 2 carries.
So it is 2nd and 10. Clock runs, 2:57 to go, third quarter. 24-14 Lions. Man goes in motion. Going to hand it off to him on the sweep, and there's the first down. Good job. He was lined up on the right side, and that was parked. It was Trevin Park. Wanted to make sure there. What? Or was it Stanford? It was 10. Double check that. I think it was 10. Trevin Park.
Yeah,
so he ran on the sweep. They had good blocking. He gets to the 41-yard line. So that's a gain of 11 and a first down.
That 8 and that 0 looked the same. It was Stanford.
Stanford, all right. They jumped again. Free play, going deep on the right side, jumped up, and that should be pass interference. There's the flag for that. So we'll end up getting the 15. They actually threw an extra one. Parker was like lobbying for it. He didn't see the one flag, the other ref, and it was clearly pass interference, which from their standpoint probably, it does help us a little more, but you don't want to give up the catch there.
Yeah, again, for the second time this game,
got him to jump.
Murray has gotten him to jump.
So that'll give us another first down. It'll move us past midfield. There's plenty of time. Coach Gates, appreciate you joining us. Didn't have time for, even though there are quite a few places in the Brownwood area too. So they'll decline the offsides. And then pass interference will take it all the way to the 44-yard line on the Lion side of the field. Yeah, I guess you do right now. You just got to break this game down into. We've got to close this up and then get it closer and then let our defense see what they can do. Simple little steps. 1st and 10. Murray hands it off on the delay to Lopez. Not much there. And no line, back to the line of scrimmage. I'm fine with them trying to run it again, but the Lions have made some adjustments, and it is 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, really not much going on up the middle right now. But, again, like you said, that sets up other things. And if you get the defense to even take one step towards the line of scrimmage, then you can maybe break something over the middle.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 10 from the Lion 44-yard line. Murray gets the snap. He hands it off to Lopez again, and they're sending somebody extra, and there's nothing there. He doesn't get any gain, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. It is 3rd and 10. Coronado checks in. So tried to go right back to it, catch him off guard, but the Lions able to, again, be more physical, and that has been a key tonight.
Yep, that's the name of the game.
This is 2-down territory for the Bulldogs. It's 3rd and 10 from the Lion 44, but 1:16 to go, 3rd quarter. Coronado is now back in the backfield on 3rd and long with Murray. Murray in shotgun. Trip receivers to the left to throw. Got time. Got to get rid of it. Throws it on his back foot and incomplete. Pimentel tries to come back to it. 4th down, and I still got to believe the Bulldogs are going to go here. It's at midfield, but we will see. But he had a lot of time, but the coverage was downfield, and then he got hit.
It was good coverage, and number 56 for Brownwood, Enrique Vasquez, made a good play as Marcus Pimentel was trying to catch that pass.
So 4th and 10, Bulldogs have 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 4th and long for the Bulldogs, trying to convert.
Draw them off sides.
Murray, man in motion, snap. They bring pressure. He throws it. Pimentel makes a great catch. That was a tough one for the 1st down to the 31. He had to snag it out of the air, and that could be a game saver. It does move the chain. Still got work to do, but you don't make that catch. You give him the ball at midfield. The throw was good and online, but it was out in front of him, and that's a tough catch on a full stride. 1st and 10. They mark it at the 32-yard line. Sorry, it was a gain of 12 on 4th and 10. Bulldogs to the line. Under 30 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Man goes in motion. That's Kasner. They're going to hand it off to Coronado. Coronado. He just is seeing the field better right now. Coronado gets all the way down to the 25. He saw the hole and bounced it to it, a gain of 7.
Gain of 7, and he's so good at that jump cut as he sees the hole open up, he's able to bounce it quickly and get in it and get good yardage.
7 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see if we get this play off. Murray in shotgun. And he does not. We'll go to the 4th quarter. Bulldogs need to make a comeback. They trail 24-14 on BTXSportsOnline.com and KMPN 95.9 FM.
What if you could travel to the Holy Land without a passport or plane ticket? The good news is you can.
Hi, I'm Charlie Dyer of The Land in the Book. Every week, John Gager and I do our best to bring you up to date on all the headlines coming out of the Middle East.
And then we share a conversation with a difference maker in the Middle East.
It doesn't cost you a penny, and you don't even need a passport.
All you have to do is listen to KHCB Saturdays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. for The Land and the Book.
See you there.
Mark Edmondson, Roy Kaiser back with you live. We go to the 4th quarter. The Lions have outplayed the Bulldogs up to this point, but the Bulldogs still in it, but down 2 possessions. They'll have a 2nd down and about 3 at the 25-yard line.
Well, Mark, the Lions have had some success on some linebacker blitzes that the Bulldogs just haven't been able to pick up. And
this is a good down, sorry.
And they're going to have to figure that out here.
This is a good one. You might go down the field. 2nd and 3. Start the 4th quarter. Bulldogs trying desperately to get it to a 1-possession game. 24-14, they trail.
We've seen some creative plays from the Bulldogs this year, and this may be time for one of those.
Coronado in the backfield. with Murray. One receiver to the left.
Williams has a lot of space on that left side.
2nd and 3 as we start the 4th. Murray, but he sends Williams in motion to the right side and looks to throw. Has to get rid of it. Deep, up for grabs, and that's got to be interference.
In
There's
the end zone.
flag.
Yeah, that's
it won't
good stuff.
It'll just still be
Right, it'll
half
still
the
be half the distance.
Okay, now is that Parker Stanford? That's 0
Stanford.
the 8 Stanford. It is.
You're right. I have to go by the size of the individual.
Yes, he is taller. But he is taller. And he did a good job of trying to shield the defender off, and the defender had no choice but try to wrap around him. Pass interference. That'll be a 1st and half the distance, I think, right? I believe they give because you won't get all 15 yards.
Correct. A great job, and good job by the officials for throwing that. Those are big plays that have to be thrown.
Yeah, it puts it right at the 10, though. So it's 1st and goal. I never liked that, but I like being down there. But you can't get another 1st down. Got to get in the end zone, so let's do it. Coronado to the right of Murray. 2 receivers to the right. They hand it off to Coronado up the middle. He has a hole. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle to the 5-yard line. That'll be a good 5 yards on 1st down. I thought he might even get more than that, but then he kind of lost his footing sideways. 2nd and goal from the 5.
He does such a great job of running underneath or behind his shoulder pads. He just gets lower and drives those extra yards that the defense just can't account for until they get help.
24-14. Bulldogs knocking on the door. Need to put it in the end zone. Coronado to the left. 1 receiver wide left. That's Williams. 2 to the right. On 2nd and goal from the 5. Murray sends Pimentel, and then a flag. Bulldogs make a mistake. You're at the 5. You don't jump, but we did. And these are the mistakes we haven't seen. That 5-game winning streak, there weren't a lot of those. It moves it back to the 10 again. So you got 2nd and goal from the 10.
Yeah.
And it is. You're tired. You know that late in the game, but those are the mistakes. Difference of winning and losing.
It is the little things that matter, and we saw it last week.
So 2nd and goal from the 10 for the Bulldogs. Well, here they've got to put points on the board. So, but that's touchdown is where you want it here. All right, we've got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Murray. He waits for the snap. He's going to throw on the slant. As a man is a touchdown to Pimentel. 10 yards from Rhett Murray to Marcus Pimentel. Bulldogs cut the lead to 24-20 with the extra point to come. Very, very nice.
Yeah, we've seen that this year a number of times. It's a great play. I don't know if we have a bread and butter play, but other than tonight, Coronado running it. But that's a play that we've seen all year long, and that time Murray put it right on Pimentel's hands, and he brought it in for the touchdown.
Here's the extra point attempt. Snap is back. Hold is good. Marcos Campos is good. 24-21. We'll take a break. 10:44 to go in the game. Bulldogs pull within 3. The Lions 24. The Bulldogs 21 on BTX Sports Online and KMPN 95.9 FM.
Do you believe that there's no such thing as absolute truth? We live in a world where more and more people believe that we get to define truth as we please, as long as it doesn't hurt one another. Some claim you can define truth any way you want, except if it disagrees with their definition. God's Word gives us what our Creator tells us is truth and what's best for us. If you want to learn more about how to tap into God's truth, call us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
Mark Edmondson, Roy Kaiser with you. Bulldogs cut it to 3, but still trail 24-21. 10:44 to go in the game. This is a game with huge implications. Playoffs probably, again, set for the Bulldogs, but with a win, they would certainly be. See if we get an update on that Stephenville score.
Well, I just checked it, and it's going into the 4th, 35-21 Stephenville.
Giving themselves a 2-touchdown lead. Marco Campus work to the kickoff for the Bulldogs. We are coming down the wire. Oh, this just seems like it every year. We have that kind of game here in the recent time. They do the onside kick. They have a chance. Get on it, Bulldogs. They dive. I think they did. I think it was Laidler. Point that way. Yes, Bulldog football. Great onside kick by Marco. We talked about him being a weapon. That was a great kick by Marcus Campo Suerta. I can't get his name out right. I'm sorry, because he deserves it. What a play. And was it Laidler who ended up with it? It took a couple of bounces, took a high bounce off the turf, and the Bulldogs, trailing by 3, will be at the 41-yard line of the Lions.
Mark, that
Great
was
call.
really perfectly executed. Now, I don't know what the officials are talking about.
Marco
You
Campos
always-
Suerta, but it's already set.
You always worry about it when they
Yeah.
do that. But, no, great call, great execution of the onside. It bounced twice, and it bounced once and went way up in the air. And it was Laidler that was able to get on it.
All right, 1st and 10, Bulldogs. Now the offense needs another answer. Man, 2 men go in motion. They need to reset there. Still got plenty of time on the play clock. Now they're going to hand it off. That was a weird play. And he breaks the tackle. It's Coronado still on his feet. He should have been taken down by the headgear in the backfield. He goes for 14 yards. 15-yard run by Coronado that should have never happened. It looked like he was going to be taken down. I was about to say it. They had him by the headgear. He pulls out of that and gets all the way to the 26-yard line. He has had a tremendous night, 15-yard gain.
I share your enthusiasm on that play, Mark. That was amazing.
I was giving up on it as down. 1st and 10.
Such
at
great
the
effort.
26. Murray looks to the sideline. 2 receivers to the right. I got to calm down.
If the Bulldogs run like that, we're in business.
Murray, we're going to hand it off to Coronado up the middle. Not as much room there, but he still pushes forward to about the 21. He gets up 4 yards. They give him the 22. Well, I thought they marked it at the 21. They do. Okay, 22. Still 4 yards on 1st down. That's a good, solid carry. Again, carrying people. 2nd down and 6. We're under 10 minutes left in the game. Bulldogs driving to try to take the lead. They have trailed all night, 24-21 right now. Bulldogs trying to put together a big 4th quarter. Come back. 2 receivers to the right. Murray in shotgun. To throw on the slant. No, it wasn't on the slant. They tried to get it to Howell, and he was turned back, and it didn't look good from the start. It was out of sorts. Howell was turned sideways, and it brings up a 3rd down and 6. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that play looked, Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at. I'm trying to add up
Okay.
Coronado's yards.
All right.
He's at 5.7 per carry right now.
Big play right now. Huge. I know I say it, but they all seem so important. But it is 3rd and 6 from the 26, no, the 22-yard line. Murray in the pocket, has time, now throws it. Catch is made at the 11-yard line with contact. Was that Hal? I think they came back to Hal, but they gave Murray time.
Yes, it was
It was
Hal.
Hal. Great catch with contact being, he shielded the defender, and that's a 1st down at the 11. That is an 11-yard pass from Murray to Hal, and it keeps the drive going. 1st and 10 at the 11. They could get a 1st down. Let's just put it in the end zone. 8:47 to go. Coronado, I think he's going to get this carry. They're going to give him a chance. They hand it off to Coronado up the middle. Makes one man miss. Still on his feet down to the 4-yard line. Every time you almost think he's going to just go ahead and take it all the way in. But a 7-yard run on 1st down. Bulldogs trying to push it in for the lead. 8:27 to go in the game. 24-21 Brownwood. Bulldogs at the Lions' 4-yard line.
He's just 1 half step away, Mark, from breaking those tackles. But again, another great jump cut to get a few extra yards.
His vision and that cut has just been awesome tonight. 2nd and 3 from the 4. Low snap. They get it to Coronado. He just dives forward. And again, in moments that matter, we saw that last week, and that snap rolled back to Murray. Coronado did get back to the 5, so there was a loss of that on that play.
We're sending in looks like kind of a jumbo package here, Mark.
Okay, they can get a 1st down. Like at the 1, it'd be almost the goal line, but you could. But it's the 3rd down. Oh, it never gets easy. Now it's Pimentel. Pimentel in shotgun. Now they send 3 of the big package to the left. Pimentel. He's going to throw it. And it's, what did we do? Incomplete. We've been moving the ball, running the ball, and we get it to Pimentel, and then they split 3 guys out wide right and left, and we miss it over the middle. Wasn't even close. We have Pimentel throw it.
Well,
I'm not just you try to get them, but I think this is not good play selection.
Pimentel was
extra. Here's a field goal attempt. This is all important right now with 7:22 to go.
Marcus was looking for a hold on the receiver, but double covered. He was never going to be open.
So we've got to convert here from the 12, 22-yard field goal. Snap is back. Kick on the way. Marco Campos Huerta is good for the tie. That's a big pickup there when you had the chance. You don't score the touchdown. You had to get those points. And he gets this onside kick and then puts it through. We're tied at 24. New ball game with 7:19 to go. I don't know everything. I think we tried to get a little too cute there, but that's when you try to catch somebody off guard. But the main thing is the Bulldogs in this second half have done over and over again what they always do. They don't quit, and now they've tied it back up. Can they finish it?
Well, the onside kick did its job and gave the Bulldogs another possession, and what a great drive to go down, get the ball in scoring position, and ended up tying the football game up.
24-24. It was a 22-yard field goal with 7:19 to go in the game. Now you put pressure back on your defense. I don't think we'll see another onside.
Well, I tell you, Mark, this is turning out to be a really competitive district.
Oh, yeah, yes.
A lot of close games. And the Bulldogs, now they've been in a close game. They were in one last week. So how do they finish this one? Have they learned from the last one?
They don't want a moral victory. This is about the win on the scoreboard and go to 2-1 and secure the playoff spot and probably at least the third. He does kick it away, and he puts a big leg. It's they return it from in the end zone at the 15, and he's hit at the 17. Great coverage. They actually brought that out about 2 yards deep, and Huerta put it in there deep, and it'll be a long field for the Lions. And now the pressure, you've got to say, really on the Lions. They're homecoming. They've led all night, but now they start tied. Game starts over at their own 16-yard line.
That was Peyton Shirley on a hard hit on that kickoff. He does a good job on kickoffs, Mark. He's always or often in on tackles.
All right. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Colson, he's had a great night for the Lions. Snap back to throw. Over out in the flat, catch is made. Later with the tackle. Get past the 20, maybe to the 22-yard line. Is that what we got there? They start this drive at the 16, so a gain of about 6, 2nd and 4.
Well, the Bulldog defenders were a little closer that time to the receiver, Edmonds. But, again, he's picking up 6 yards.
So 2nd down and a long 3 from the 23-yard line. Clock runs at 6:40 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs and Lions tied at 24. Colson, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Little confusion. And they don't get the playoff if they called their timeout.
Timeout.
But they had to use one of their timeouts. We're going to take it. 6:25 to go, 24-24 on BTX Sports Online and KMPN 95.9 FM.
Need a word from God? Here's Through the Bible's Minute with McGee.
To as many as received him, to them gave he the right or the authority to become the sons of God, even to those that don't do any more nor less than just simply believe on his name. We're living in the days of his rejection. He's away, but he's coming. And when that trump sounds, I say to you, it's too late then to make the decision. That's the reason he's waiting. It's the reason he's waited so long. Not his will that any should perish. He says that today, if you will receive him, He'll make you his child. And this is the only way he can make you a son of God, a child of God.
Hear more at ttb.org as Dr. J. Vernon McGee takes you through the Bible.
Mark Edmondson, Roy Kaiser back live. We're coming down to the end of regulation. It is 2nd and 4 for the Lions. We're tied at 24. Colson gets the snap. He rolls. Pressure coming from the backside. He pulls it down to run, and there's a lot of space. And he's got a lot of room on the left side. He's still running, and he's past midfield. And once he broke contain, he went to the right side, and Colson, the quarterback, we got hurt last week, and we did again. He gets all the way to the Burnett 28-yard line.
I don't know what Colson runs the open quarter in, but it's probably pretty fast.
6:12 to go in the game. He went out of bounds. Bulldogs could use a turnover. 28-yard line of Burnett. There's a lot of time left. Pistol formation. Colson. He's going to hand it off up the middle. And ball's on the ground. Bulldogs kick it, but get it. Bulldogs got the fumble recovery. I don't know who came up
They're
with
going to discuss it, Mark. Hold on
the
here.
kick.
Oh, it's going to be Bulldog
it's
ball.
Bulldog
There we go.
football. One of the Bulldogs came over there and kicked it away from, oh my goodness, and I thought it's going to go out of bounds, but instead right towards a Bulldog who fell on it. They get it. I finally called one.
You
at
did.
The 26.
That's right.
It's
You
a
sure
fumble
did.
recovery. Bulldogs have it. I'll let you see if you can figure out who had got
I
it.
think it was, and I missed the onside kick. It was Jordan Jones on both of those. He recovered that fumble, and he recovered the onside kick earlier, too.
Big plays. 1st and 10 from the 26, Bulldogs. And then they bobble the snap. But Murray does keep forward. We've got to, it is. I'm talking about keeping my head about me, and I'm over here getting excited. How hard is it down there? But they do. That snap was right to his hands. He bobbled it, but did keep it. And thought he got a yard or two, but I guess back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Both teams. This is a high-pressure game.
It is. And so whoever can keep their head and execute is going to win the game. Quickly here, Mark, this may be close to the end. 42-24 Stephenville over Lampasas, so they have opened it up.
Bulldogs have opportunity. We're tied at 24. 5:29 to go in the game. Diamond formation. Murray hands it off to Coronado on the sweep. He jumps over one tackler and gets to the 30. And that's a gain of 4. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. And you're not in a situation you can go for it 2 downs here. Not on your own side of the field tied. Unless it was inches maybe. Let's pick it up. Bulldogs see if they can come up with a play on 3rd down and 6. They're at their own 30-yard line. Got a big fumble. Got the turnover. Bulldogs trying to keep the drive alive. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, short side of the field on 3rd and 6. Murray, snap back. They bring pressure. He throws it as he's hit. Catch is made for the 1st down. He got hit. Murray stood in there. Great throw. Was it to Williams?
No, it was to Stanford.
Stanford catches it. Another big catch at the 37-yard line. 7 yards on 3rd and 6. Bulldogs move the chains. Great play.
It was a great play. And
they brought pressure.
And, you got to use Stanford's size and strength because he's able to stand in there and hold off the defenders.
1st and 10. Coronado to the right of Murray. They're going to hand it off to Coronado. Looking for room. That time he made the right read at first, but they just got somebody to undercut him, and it lost back to the – and he hadn't had many to the 34-yard line, a loss of 3. 2nd down. Lions know they're playing for a huge spot as well. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 24-24. You couldn't ask for, again, 2 weeks in a row. Different kind of game completely, but what exciting football. 2nd and long. Murray has trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left, short side of the field. Snap is back. They hand it off to Ladler, and he gets up 2 or 3 yards, gets to the 36, and it's another 3rd and long coming up, a gain of 2. Bulldogs look at a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, you've got a long distance here to get this third
You
down.
just don't want to make a mistake here.
No, but again, maybe you go back to
Stanford's big size.
to being simple and just being fundamental here.
Need 11 yards to keep the drive going. Trip receivers to the right. See if they bring pressure again. Murray. Snap back. Gonna throw to the outside. And
What a
did
catch,
Coronado make
Mark.
the catch? He did! He was out as a wide receiver, right? As Coronado, wasn't he?
It was
Yes.
Coronado.
And he went up over a defender and gets it. Oh, my, what a night he's had. That was a great throw, but to the 44-yard line into Brownwood territory.
Yeah, Mark, he came out of the backfield and just on an out route up the sideline, and Murray put it right on him. Well defended, too.
1st and 10, another third down pickup. Handoff to Coronado, up the middle, lowers the shoulder, gets to about the 40-yard line. Did you get the last
I
play?
did not. I don't.
24, it was a 30-yard gain, 30 yards for Coronado. As he checks out of the pass, he only got to the 41 there, so it was a gain of 3. It's 2nd down and 7, 2 minutes to go. Bulldogs just need a score. Keep that in mind, but they're still at the 41 of the Lions. Got to get closer. Murray, snap back. He looks to throw. Middle of the field, has a man. Don't give up space. No. And he goes forward. Castor running hard. He gave up a little space there trying to get more. And he always plays so smartly, but that one not – I think he'd been closer to the first down. But he does get yardage to the 37-yard line. It was a gain of 4. This is a third down and about 3. This is 2-down territory. But we need the first down. It's a minute. We have 3 timeouts. They have 2. A minute 25 to reset what's going on. We're tied at 24. High drama. Murray in shotgun. They hand it off to Lopez. He's hit in the backfield, and he just hadn't been able to make much room. They push forward and give him a yard. And here at the 35-yard line, I think the Bulldogs might let it run down some clock and use a timeout. It's 4th and 1. We got to go for it. We're not kicking from there. Let's see if we hurry. I think we might just let run down, and we've got 3 timeouts. There's 51 seconds, 22 on the play clock. Bulldogs are going to let it run down. I don't know all the way down or not. Right now, 12 seconds on the play clock, 37 on the game clock. Now we go to the line of scrimmage. Then we call a timeout. All right, we're keeping it here. This is not the ball game since it's 24-24, but the Bulldogs on a 4th and 1. I think you sell out to the run. They're going to bring everybody up there. But if you get this first down, then you have 32 seconds to try to get it at least in field goal range.
Well,
But you got to get the first down.
I'm just thinking what a weapon the Bulldogs have on the sideline. If we can get 5 to 10 more yards, I think we can get in range.
But this is the first down you got to get.
You're right. And so this is where we were last week, right, Mark? With in the Lampasas game, we were at midfield and just couldn't quite get it done. Ended up with a bad snap. So what do the Bulldogs do here to try to get this first down with it being 4th and 1? This is an exciting play coming up.
The Bulldogs defense has come up big. We said they had to answer. They've only given up 3 points in this second half. Now the Bulldogs trying the offense to close it out, get a huge win.
Murray's off the field. Pimentel is in at quarterback.
And so is Coronado. I'm going to bet they run the ball. We got Coronado and Pimentel in the backfield. 4th and 1. Pimentel in shotgun. He's got room right up the middle. Snap, but he runs to the right side. He's hitting the backfield. He's still going. Ball is knocked loose, I think, or he's short of the first down. And it's going to be a turnover on downs or a fumble either way. They're going to get the ball. 25 seconds. Thought the tackle, I thought he had the middle. He tries to go to the right side, and they sold out to it.
Well, they're going to measure this mark,
he did
but
fall forward, but
and
I think he's short.
I don't know. It looks pretty.
I'll take it.
It looks good from here.
I
Let's
would
see.
take one.
I mean, it's past the 35-yard line.
If it's not to the 34.
Is that where the marker is?
Yeah.
Probably so. It's the,
Well, they hadn't pulled it tight
the
yet.
angle. The angle. I can't quite see it, but
I think it's going to be just short.
yeah.
I mean, maybe an inch.
Yeah.
A little more than that.
Maybe a foot.
Football.
Well, I think Pimentel tried to get more on the outside than maybe he
They
needed
looked like
to.
they in the middle looked like there was, but he read his blockers and he ran hard, but comes up short. So turnover on downs.
Well, the defense
Now,
is going to be asked
it's
to get a
25
stop.
seconds, and they've kicked a 37-yard field goal, so
Right.
they're going to go for it right here, no doubt about it. So the Lions start at their own 35. Bulldogs had their chance. Lions made the stop. Now the Bulldogs looking for overtime. We have not had an overtime game in a long time. We need one now. You got Colson in the backfield.
The Bulldogs better back up.
2 receivers to the left, but they're going to throw. And in the middle of the field, catch is made and a spin move. You can't let him get away. It is past midfield. Do they use one of their timeouts?
Yes.
Yep. We're going to keep it here. They get to the 45-yard line. They don't have that good a leg, I don't
Just
believe.
too wide open, though.
Yep. We've got to we've got to make him either throw it earlier underneath or, an errant pass. 16 seconds left on the clock. They don't know, but you got to figure maybe another 20 yards they would be in field goal range. They're at the 45.
We're trying to get through there. 52 on that last play. Cole Johnson was getting to Colson, and so made him hurry a little bit, but he's still right on target.
But
so
we can't play too
good
much.
quarterback.
Giving up a touchdown doesn't, that's not good. But if we let them underneath and get the yardage for a field goal, it might not be any better. Oh, my. Bulldogs, again, it seemed like over those last number of years so many times we were at that 4th and 1 and we can't get it. Now we're fighting to force it into overtime. It is 1st and 10 for the Lions. They have 1 timeout left, 16 seconds. You got to get them down in the field of play. I was going to try to force it early, but they got to be sure tacklers. They're at the Burnett 45-yard line. Colson, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And then Burnett calls it timeout. Yeah, they wanted to talk about it, so we keep it here. My goodness. Oh, you can't ask for 2 weeks of any more down-to-the-wire games, exciting games, but again, the Bulldogs not looking for the moral victory.
No, and so you think about what Brownwood might do right here with Colson being such a weapon.
Yeah,
he can run it.
Yep.
He can run the pass option. He's got so many weapons. So, you could throw it to No as a wide receiver because he'll go get it.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs have a
sideline
lot to
play,
defend right here.
Bulldogs use their second timeout, so both teams have 1 timeout left, 16 seconds left in the game, 24-24. It was 21-14 at halftime. Again, Bulldogs have made some big plays, but now Brownwood has a chance to try to win it late.
Well, if there's any way the Bulldogs can get pressure and get a sack right here, it would almost end it.
The ball's at the Burnett 45-yard line. Colson stands at the 50-yard line in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left.
He was in motion.
I thought so too. He has time. Middle of the field, catch is made, and it's near the 30-yard line. That gets a first down. That stops it. 10 seconds. It stops. They're going to try to, I think, spike it. Clock runs 7 seconds. Did we jump offside?
We did. And
they didn't call it.
I don't think they called it.
They spiked it with 5 seconds. So, he kicked, I think it was 37. He's at the 29. You'd mark it at about the 35 or 30. And let's see what this is. Did they called their last time out or not? Yeah, Brownwood
Brownwood
called their
called
last
timeout.
time out. 5 seconds. So they're not going to try to get any more yards. So
No, I
at
think
the
with
29.
With being 5 seconds,
Yeah.
there's not much room for error. So they're going to trot out their kicker and
So, and this is
tell
this
ya.
could be a heartbreaker for the Bulldogs. They're not. It's overtime.
well,
They
I'm sorry, Mark.
no,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I've seen Lather get so close
But you don't
on
want to hit
everyone.
somebody.
No, but he's been so close that maybe he could get one here.
It's marked at the
Change the game.
38-yard line. Make sure they don't. I don't think they'd fake it. It's marked at the 38. This is a 48-yard field goal for the win. 48-yard field goal attempt
No
for
wind
the
at all.
Lions. The snap is back. Kick on the way. Don't think it has the leg. It's short into the right. Bulldogs, we're going to overtime. Triple zeros. He just didn't have enough leg there. It was on then faded, but that's a long way for
Right.
high school kicker, and they gave it the attempt, but we're going to overtime. I don't even know if I know the rules anymore. It's been a long time, but we're having so much fun. We're going to have some extra time to play.
It'll be fun, Mark. We're gonna.
Oh my!
Gordon Wood would be loving this game right here.
Oh,
But you're right. That ball didn't have enough, and it was also wide right just a little bit. Man, I tell you, I would have loved the opportunity for the Bulldogs to have tried one of those of our own, because I just think Campos Horta has what he. I think he's got it in him.
I don't know him to 48, but you get it up to about 40
But I think
right
if
now.
it's 40, I think he's good.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
agree.
heard that's what he does in practice.
I agree.
And so, anyways, it would have been a good one to see.
But right now, we've got to – you start looking up the rules over. All right. Right now, they're meeting. So each team will get a possession. And the changes were made, I'm not sure. I know at what point you have to go for two.
I think it's on the third one.
Because I think they made some changes in college ball, but I don't know if that falls down. I was trying to think, the last one, Mr. Evans always, I need oxygen by the start of the game, but appreciate you staying tuned in to us. And Mr. Evans, a great kicker in his own right. I know that he was right there with us, following along as the ball didn't make it. But what an exciting ball game. Bulldogs have forced overtime. They had a chance to possibly win it here late. Then the Lions did, but the defense did enough to force the long field goal. Let's see who will get the – because they do meet and decide. Oh, we are at the top of the hour. We appreciate you listening to Burning Bulldog Football on KMPN. Burn it. And it's been two good ones. Two good ones. Last week the Bulldogs fell short, so now – I mean, it's going to be the same thing. One of these teams going to be very disappointed. One of them elated, and I'm hoping there's some. Now the coaches they meet at midfield. This is the
Well, both teams should get the ball once.
okay.
And if if the first team that gets it kicks a field goal and the second team scores a touchdown, it's over. If so, you have a chance to match it or better. And then I believe on the second overtime, then I believe you are forced to go for two.
Two each time if you score a touchdown. Oh my! Well, we said at the beginning, and I will tell you, Lions had the momentum most of the night. The Bulldogs have fought back, but it's just one you want to put in the win column so bad. Both these teams have got to feel that way, and they've given every bit of effort. Again, great ball game, exciting ball game. Both people standing on both sides, and again, we talked about how much it just makes for such great high school football.
Yeah, it really does, and super proud of the Bulldogs for coming back. It was only a touchdown lead at halftime, but to hold Brownwood to 3 points in the second half,
Yeah.
what a fantastic job defensively
Yes, it was.
to make those adjustments.
And so many smart calls and play the onside kick and executed so well, and then to score and then get the field goal, even when they came up short on the one drive to get the field goal to tie it. I think, I'm sure I know the coaches know all the rules, but they're discussing everything. They're making sure they're clear on it. They've been at midfield at the refs.
They haven't
Might be
had-
telling the refs.
They
I don't know.
right. They haven't had an overtime game this year. Neither team.
We didn't have one last year. I'm trying to think back. I remember a Gatesville game that we won on a field goal in overtime, but
Well, wasn't it, Mark, the Little River Academy game and the Fredericksburg game this year with Burnett? Those were two games that came down to punts and close games at the end of the game. Less than a touchdown on both sides, and so those are the two games. You kept saying, we've had two games that are exciting. Well, the Bulldogs have had that experience already. They've done that in two games and won both of those games.
now they're having the coin toss. So after all that talk now,
All right,
it
looks
looked like Burnett won
Burnett's going to win the toss.
And you start at the 25. Now this is the coaches meeting at midfield.
Yes. Coach Ben Spear for the Bulldogs.
And I think it's good to see the coaches, and they understand the competition, both the coaches. Sammy Burnett. And they give a hug there at midfield. Great ball game, and it is. Let's say this: I felt have seen a very clean. There's some holding those things, but not a lot of that other stuff. It's been not chippy, it's been hard fought football.
I tell you, I've seen the Bulldogs reach down and help up a couple of Brownwood lines on plays that is showing good sportsmanship.
A lot of rich history of Texas high school football right here. Making another chapter. So, Lions do get the ball first. Bulldogs want to put the defense out there. They start at the 25. So it is 1st and 10. In overtime. First overtime. Man goes in motion.
There's motion. That's
They
a
don't
penalty.
call it, but that's okay. Not much yardage. So maybe 2nd down and long.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
were out of. Yeah, you're right. It was.
I guess we're going to stop calling that. I think that's happened twice from Brownwood.
But they only pick up about 2 yards to the 23. So it's 2nd down and 8. The handoff was to, I believe that one was to Noah Gonzalez. 2 receivers to the right. See if you can get pressure. Colson, I think, he's going to throw it or run it here. And he can run it out of his throwing, but let's see if they can. Bulldogs coaches want him to go that way. He's going to throw out in the flat, and catch is made at about the 15. The coaches saw it. We're trying to get the defense to slide that way, but it's a 1st down as he just throws that out pattern to Noah. I'm sorry if I don't have his name correct, but to the 15-yard line. That is a 1st and 10 at the 15. First overtime. We're tied at 24. Clock doesn't matter here. Not running.
Colson has such a strong arm.
Colson in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to throw to the end zone and has a man, and it's a touchdown. He was able to get behind the defender, and it's to number 14, Grant Grave, and it's a 15-yard touchdown pass in the first overtime. Now, let's see. Do they just go for one here?
Yeah, they'll have the extra point, which is big.
It is.
Everything is magnified in overtime.
That makes it 30-24. The Bulldogs will get an offensive series. Right now, they have to score 6. The extra point. Snap is back. Hold. And it was getting close to it, but he gets it through. So, after the first possession, the Lions score 31-24. Bulldogs have to score a touchdown and an extra point, 1 to keep it going, or 2 to win it. But you got to score the touchdown first.
Yep. And the Bulldogs have done it.
Yep.
I mean, they've done a good job this half. Of
No field goal here. I mean, you can't.
No.
That's off the
Right.
table now. 31-24. So, but that magnifies it too. You can't get to the 3, and it's you've got to go all or nothing now.
Which is why you want to go second.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do, and the Bulldogs have just got to find a way.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25. They've got to answer. They trail 31-24 in overtime. Coronado to the left of Murray. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, short side of the field. On first down, man goes in motion. Murray to throw. Looking deep. Has lots of time. Has to throw it underneath. It's caught. But then a nice move by Stanford, I think to the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. He comes up hurting a little bit, but a great crossing route, but lots of time. And Stanford with the catch and the run to the 3. First and goal from the 3.
What a great catch by Stanford.
It was.
And a well-placed ball by Murray.
So that was 22 yards. They give him, the 3, 22 yards. So he's at the 3-yard line. First, Bulldogs have got to get it in, then they've got to convert on the extra point. First and goal. Coronado takes the handoff. He looks to lower the shoulder. He's close. They say he's down, but inside the 1. I give it to him again. And just let's get this one in and then take care of the next step. It is second and goal from inside the 1.
2-yard gain there?
2
what
yards.
was it? All right.
2 yards. Yeah, he was at the 3.
Coronado.
Just hang on to the football and let the big man run. He has had a tremendous night. 2 backs in the backfield. Now they move Kasner.
Let's run
up.
behind Kasner.
Yes, and right there. And he lowers the shoulders and dives in. That is where's the signal?
Come on, referees.
Why'd they have to run all the way in? And he scored. That body was, they're saying he fumbled it?
No. They just have him.
They came out with the ball, but he went through.
He scored the touchdown.
No.
He scored the touchdown, and then whatever happens after that is
doesn't matter.
Irrelevant.
Touchdown! That's the right call. Wow, I don't know why they took that long to talk about it. I'm sorry. He went in. He was into the end zone, but they got it. Now we got to take care of the next thing. 1-yard touchdown run by Coronado. My goodness, that made me nervous.
I think he did lose the football, but Mark, he was inside.
Once he crosses the line,
Once the ball crossed the line, it was over. Yes, it was a touchdown.
They're showing the replay up there. Are we going for 2? Oh, his arm was well across on the replay on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we are going for 2 for the win. This is it. We win or lose right here. Bulldog, and then we've got a timeout. Burnett wants to talk about this. Yes. All right. If they do that, I might not make it through a 2-point call.
Well, if we do, let me pull my headphones off before you make that call.
Yeah, well, folks, I'm not lying to you. Whatever happens here, it's about to get loud. If you need to turn it down a little bit, good or bad, the play is going to happen. It is 31-30. Let's see if they do send the offense back out. Looks like right now, I understand your team has gone down to it. Do we want to keep putting it out there? I don't know.
Well, you get the ball first in the second overtime.
They scored
got
on
such a
3
good
plays.
Weapon. That's true. They did. They moved the ball down quickly and scored.
And we don't have that luxury of those other our defense and offense. Again, we've talked about it. A lot of time on the field. All right, let's see. Either way, that's why I know sometimes they don't get the credit they deserve, but they have to make the big calls, the coaches, and they've done a tremendous job. I don't always agree with everything, but it's a tremendous job. This has been a great ball game, and the offense comes out. Bulldogs going for the win. This is it. We've got Coronado in the backfield with Murray. They need 3 at the 3-yard line. Got to get to the end zone. They don't, they lose. 31-30. First overtime. Murray, Coronado. Now Brownwood calls timeout. They're going to talk about it. We're going to bring every bit of this out. My heart's already beating fast.
I'm not surprised they took that timeout.
No, I'm not either. Coach, especially basketball coaches.
Well, we've been doing that all night. They did it in the first half, and but this is huge.
Yeah, it is. So since I hadn't brought it up, and I'm trying to catch my breath here, as timeout, 31-30. Bulldogs look to be going for 2. Winner for the win. Don't make it the loss. Now boys basketball started?
Yes, it did. Thanks for asking. That's,
I just waited
it's
to
just
overtime.
So, right, yeah. It's not a crucial moment or anything,
I
right?
tried to calm things.
Yeah, girls started.
All right, I'm standing up. Okay,
Girls
go ahead.
started last Wednesday. We started this Wednesday. So, yeah, let me see if I can find a final here. 42-31, Stephenville over Lampasas.
All right.
And
Well, Lampasas can score. We saw that, but Stephenville with the win.
come on, Burnett. Let's get
All
this
right,
done.
let's go to 2-1 Bulldogs. 31-30. Bulldogs scored on a 1-yard run. The offense is coming out. Win or lose, here it is. Murray will be in shotgun. Coronado to his right. Can the Bulldogs execute? Trip receivers to the left, one to the right. Need 3 yards. Murray waits for the snap. Gets it. He's going to throw out in the flat to Coronado. He slips and is taken down, and the Lions win it 31-30. 31-30. They try to get it to Coronado into the back's hands, but about 6 yards from the line of scrimmage, and they keyed Coronado. They watched him, and they had somebody come in. He slipped a little bit, and the Bulldogs will fall to 1-2. We're going to go ahead and Bruce will let you know. We'll come back, and we'll wrap it up pretty quick, but we will play our final spot here and then the closing afterwards. So, tough, hard-fought game, overtime. It comes down to a 2-point conversion try. The Lions make the stop. Our final score, the Brownwood Lions 31, the Burnett Bulldogs 30 on BTXSportsOnline.com, KMPN 95.9 FM.
And thanks for listening to tonight's
that was
special.
the wrong one. Sorry about that. Now the spot. Thank you.
Cuba, many would describe as a dark place. I've been there, and I'd say the same. There's a sense of hopelessness. Most Cubans have little hope and bleak prospects for the future. But now, the darkness is literal darkness. The entire electric grid for the country of Cuba went down midday last Friday. The island has been isolated from much of the world for decades, and its infrastructure is held together by duct tape and baling wire, so to speak. Poorly maintained for decades. Much of it is more than 50 years old. Its power plants, there are only 8, they've struggled for years, and 20% of the power comes from big ships sitting offshore like massive generators propping up the electrical grid. Cuba needs light in more ways than one. So today, take a moment. Pray for God's mercy for the people of Cuba, and most of all, that the light of Christ may pierce the darkness. I'm David Wolin at haventoday.org.
Okay, back here after the overtime heartbreaking loss to Brownwood, 31-30, with a really gutsy call by the coaches to go for that win. You're on the road. You've scored your touchdown. You got down there in 3 plays and able to score, so understand what the coaches are thinking going for 2. And so all those things are in your favor. Just the execution of it, Brownwood did a good job of reading that play. And
you gotta believe they were going to key Coronado. What a tremendous night he had, and the Bulldogs wanted to get it in his hands, but they just got that pressure to him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And so, anyways, Bulldogs played a really good game, Mark. I mean, we had moments where we thought, well, maybe this isn't going to happen for Burnett, and yet they continue to fight and battle and play so well. Defense, huge second half, and it just came down to one play like it has 3 or 4 times this year.
Right. Well, you look back at the start of the season. Again, we're going to go off here in about just a minute or two. We'll send the right close. Thank you, Messer, for checking in with. Appreciate you as always. But we talked about lost a lot of seniors last year. This team had what were they going to answer? And right now we still great to be in the playoffs. These 2 losses are going to hurt. We're going to get that time off. Stephenville, obviously, going to be a huge matchup. But this team has shown, I mean, you can see the growth they've had along the way. Still, I think it comes down to, and I don't know this, but to me that's part of that decision. We've talked about that and over the last several years, this has been the same situation. We depend on key players on both sides, so there are decisions made because of that. You don't have that luxury. Coronado's playing defense, and Kasner, and they're trying to find when and where. I talked to Coach Spear about it a lot, and they plan for that. But how do you do it? And then you go into an overtime game where you've got to go extra after that, these guys are in incredible physical condition, and it shows over and over again. But, again, having said that, their bodies wear down. And, I mean, just the effort they have to put out, and it was tremendous tonight. It is going to be another disappointing loss. But, again, this team, such resiliency, played a great ball game, lost at 31-30.
And if you think about it, Mark, they've gotten better. I mean, we've overcome some things and just gotten better. Because these are good football teams that we're playing. Lampasas went down, within a quarter of playing with the number one team in the state.
Only lost 10.
And
about
so,
10
yeah, it's a good district, and the Bulldogs are really battling.
Well, and I do think that is going to come into play. I honestly, I don't know that much about the other district other than San Angelo, Lakeview's in it, and probably in the playoffs. There's only 4 teams.
Only 4 teams, so that means they started their district play tonight.
And to me, we've been in playoff competition already. So I don't think it says what's going to happen in the playoffs. And right now, that's the main thing, and the Bulldogs still should be in great shape to be there. You tell me that you're playing the first round, anybody, I don't care. I say there are some, but not many districts, and I don't believe that one, that are going to have the quality of Lampasas, Brownwood, Stephenville in 3 games in a row. I'd almost guarantee it. And we have played with 2 of them already, and we have Stephenville yet to come. So we'll see how that goes. But we have proved that we belong. And so that's, I think, what you draw. We're not getting beat bad here. We don't like the losses. But playoffs things start over, and then we see what happens. And you can't let this, to me, I really do. We talked about it. Tough competition makes you better when the time counts.
That's a great way to put it.
Anyway, so great ball game has been great fun to get to call it. I hate that it was a loss. I was ready to put 32-31. It didn't happen, but it doesn't lessen the effort that the Bulldogs gave here tonight. Appreciate everybody for joining us. We're going to be leaving here. We got next Friday off. We'll be back in 2 weeks at home against Stephenville. 7 o'clock start pregame, 7:30 postgame. We appreciate, of course, Chad Nelson, BTXSportsOnline.com, and Bruce. Dan, as always, Bruce tonight with KMPN, just, again, always taking, even when we have some technical problems, taking care of us. We appreciate it. So we'll come back. We'll hear from you, or you hear from us in a couple of weeks. Our final score is the Bulldogs do fall to 5-4 on the season and 1-2 in District 4 4A play. The Lions moved to 4-3, and they are now 1-1 in district play. Our final score in overtime, the Brownwood Lions 31, the Burnett Bulldogs 30 on BTXSportsOnline.com and KMPN 95.9 FM. Thank you and good night.
And thanks for listening to tonight's special presentation of Burnett Bulldog High School Football at 95.9 FM, KMPN Burnett. This game has been produced exclusively through Camp and Isle of Marble Falls, which is celebrating over 70 years of camping ministry in the Marble Falls area, and the KHCB network. We hope you'll join in next time for more of the action of Burnett High School football, brought to you by Mark Edmondson and Roy Kaiser. We now join our regular programming already in progress. Thanks for listening.